Right, here we go again, guys. Tonight we've got a special guest with us. We've got Tubes from Soccer AM. Pete, thanks for joining us.
How you doing, boys?
Really appreciate it.
No, thanks for having me. Really appreciate it.
Legendary on the old Golf Life with Big Ange as well on YouTube. Smashing it, mate. I'm loving the channel. It's class.
Thanks very much, mate. Yeah, it's one of the best things I've ever done. So we started it like 2 years ago, and we had some great people on there. It's weird that people don't mind, just like quite enjoy watching me and my brother and a ex-footballer playing golf. It's brilliant. So yeah, it's going well. I appreciate you watching, mate.
Nah, any time, mate. I love it when I watched the part 3 of your one this morning that come out.
We were shocking, weren't we?
Oh, mate, you was having a stinker, weren't you?
Absolute shank Lampards all over the guy.
Poor old Ange had to carry you, mate.
Exactly.
Oh, it's quality. I must say as well, mate, you've got to be one of the most underrated interviewers going about. Some of your interviews with the like footballers and managers and that you do on Soccer AM are unbelievable. I think that, to be honest, I think Sky should get you involved doing more of that outside of Soccer AM as well. I think it's unreal, some of the stuff.
No, again, mate, I really appreciate it, and you know, I'm just lucky to be doing that, really, and I'll see it as like it should be a chat like us boys are having now. Do you know what I mean? Just because they're footballers and stuff like that, I want to know more about the actual person, and then instead of asking them questions like big game coming up, because you're only going to get the the robot footballer answer. So I like to find out a bit more of them, and they sort of open up a bit more. So yeah, I love it. I'm so lucky he's doing it, and I really appreciate you saying that.
No, that's fine, mate. Yeah, it's true. It's good to sort of see a different side to him, like you said, rather than just the standard, like you said, big game coming up. They are robots, then, aren't they? They just fall into that, like.
And for me, that's the problem, because a lot of people go, "Oh, the footballers are so boring. They're so boring." You can only give an answer to the question you're being asked. Do you know what I mean? So if you're going to ask a shit question, you're going to get a boring answer. Like if you ask a footballer, "Oh, massive game at the weekend," they're not going to turn around and go, "Oh, no, not really. We're sort of laying 10th in the league. It don't really matter, does it?" They're just going. They're just going to go, "Yeah, massive game, big game." So yeah, just ask them better questions. Yeah. I'm not saying people are bad at their jobs. I'm just saying I think that's post-match. Exactly that. So
100%. I remember Gordon Strachan doing that. There was someone who asked him something silly, and he just come back with like a one-word answer. He was like, "No." Like he was like, "Are you looking forward to the game the weekend?" He was like, "No." And then everyone sort of like froze, and he went, "Well, if you're going to ask me a stupid question, I'll give you a stupid answer." Yeah,
exactly.
Go on, Greg.
But it's like that's why I love Sean Dyche, because Sean Dyche in his post-match interviews, he's just there for a laugh. Yeah, he doesn't want to. He's not going to give you a straight answer. I think he was talking the other week about, I think was it lookalikes he plays on holiday. Did you see that interview? Oh, it's just like, that's what I want to watch. And then everyone goes, Sean Dyche is a legend. It's because he's not talking about big game at the weekend, massive 3 points. It's like, just ask him about lookalikes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
exactly.
Go on, Greg.
No, just to say, mate, that it's like on when we get our guests on here, the more intimate and better questions that we can ask and get more information, you're going to get better answers, as you say. And it's just to hear some of the responses that we get, and hopefully like what we can get off you tonight, Tubes, as well. Like, you just get to know the person a lot better, and it's not that perception of someone. You're getting the real deal, you know.
Exactly that. You're spot on. And you know, I've seen some of the clips that you've done, the stories on here, and it's like, it's amazing, and that's what people want to listen to or watch, however you're consuming the content. So yeah, you're on something good, boys. Keep it going.
Thank you, mate. Yeah, hopefully it sort of takes off and that. So we bloody love doing it. Just sort of want to explain how we sort of first come into contact as well. To everyone, which is proper random. Basically, we were playing football at the same pitches one weekend, and our team went in the changing room after. One of the boys, someone's left a wallet. So we've picked up the wallet, opened it up. the ID in there. It's Tubes. And
Rambo!
what the fuck?
Oh, it must be the most
Full of money, it was full of money.
Straight down the boozer.
You're lucky you got it back because it had a Chelsea season ticket in. I should have just fucking tossed it away, really.
Yeah, burn it.
Yeah.
No, but honestly, I couldn't believe, because I'm useless. Yeah, I always forget things, and my wallet, I think I've lost so many times, and I was like, oh Jesus, and then I was like, you tweeted me, and I was like, what a top bloke. I was like, I thought that would just be like whatever was in there, burn the Chelsea season ticket, like leave the wallet, take the money if there was any in there. I don't know, whatever. But you've tweeted me and like, we found your wallet, and it was such a nice touch. So yeah, thanks for that. And then obviously you boys came Soccer AM, didn't you? So
Yeah, that was quality as well. What a good day that was.
you have to come back.
What a day.
You have to come back when coronavirus is done one next
Oh,
season.
mate, yeah, be all over
Hopefully,
it.
when the kids ain't there, we can get a go on the
Oh,
goal.
no.
Oh,
Well, like, let us have a go. Is all he
Please. We gave his
Typical
wallet
kids.
back.
Yeah. Come off, please.
fucking,
I just want to hit top
fucking
bins.
goal hogs.
Yeah, that's great. I just want to hit top bins.
Exactly.
Right, just to sort of start us off with just a couple of sort of quick fire questions, mate.
Yeah.
Just to get to know you better. So, first one, who was your childhood hero?
Footballing wise, Gianfranco Zola. I mean, that was when I was a little bit older, but like before I found pubs and stuff like that, I used to go to Stamford Bridge like early, like an hour before the game, just to watch Gianfranco. Like what he used to do, he used to get the ball and just pump it as high as he could into the air, and then one touch, boom, cushion it, and then carry on doing flick ups, and then pump it up again, boom, again. So I used to like watch him like in awe, and then I'd come back to my house after the game in mum and dad's garden and just try and do the same thing and just do kick ups. So he was such a legend. I love him, and like
Great player.
I actually once saw him. I'd never met him through work, and we went to a wedding in Italy, and it was the weekend of Man United Barcelona, I think. It was an easy jet flight, and he was queuing up
What?
in the. I was like, I love the guy even more. He's keeping it real. And I was so in awe. I was just looking at him, and I was like, Dad was like, go up to him. I was like, oh, I can't. It's Gianfranco Zola. And this is like whilst I was doing
Brilliant.
Soccer AM, whilst doing Soccer AM and interviewing all the footballers each week. But I just see him, I was like that. But like since then, like when I had the heart attack, he was one of the first people to like text me, and I couldn't believe it. I was like,
Really?
what? Yeah, like it was so nice. He was like, I'm so sorry to hear what's happened.
They give you another heart attack, him sending you that.
Oh mate, I got a semi on. I was like, oh no, but it was like, and then he came on Soccer AM last season, which was like, he's got to be up there with my favourite ever guest.
I bet,
Just
yeah.
like, I love it. He's just such a nice man.
He's a
That's
legend.
mad
mate.
to say, yeah, don't meet your heroes, but obviously, you know what I mean? You've met him and he's absolute quality and he's done that message for you. That's really nice touch.
Yeah, he's so nice. So,
I love
yeah,
I love that he's getting on EasyJet as well, but it's probably because he ain't got to worry about leg room, isn't it?
I bet he didn't have to sit in the middle, did he?
Spread him back.
But it was like I don't think he thought it through though, because there was just loads of football fans.
Oh,
Just like
God.
it wasn't like people are going for romantic weekends away in Italy. It was like all absolute geezers going over from like London to to Rome where the final was, and everyone was
Mobbing
like,
him.
you know, when you double take, everyone at the same time was just like, it's Gianfranco Zola. And there's me like, that's Gianfranco Zola.
Crazy, isn't it?
Crazy. It's not very quick fire, but yeah, there
Nah,
it is.
it's fine,
Gianfranco
mate.
Zola. Yeah.
What's your favourite childhood football memory?
Oh, it was. I like this. This is good fun. It was FA Cup, Chelsea versus Liverpool. We were 2-0 down at half time, and we came back to win 4-2. and it was like the Matthew Harding was absolutely rocking that night. I think it was a Sunday afternoon actually, but it was in the evening in the winter time, and Liverpool were like dominating, and everyone was just like silent. And then Mark Hughes came on, and just completely changed the game. And like I think that was the game. I think some of the Spice Boys, as they were called, apparently walked down the tunnel at half time, and they went up to Dennis Wise and was like, "Oh, I might as well go and have a fag in the changing room." Then when we won 4-2, Dennis Wise walked past and was like, "I'm going to get me Cuban out."
Oh my god! Fantastic.
Go on, Dennis. Yeah, someone told me that.
Greg's fuming without being a Liverpool fan.
Sorry, Greg.
No, you're right.
Yeah,
It's happened.
but they told me that story, and I was like, "That's gee." I could just imagine Dennis Wise doing that.
Yeah, that's quality.
Just going to get me little Cuban out. What a hero.
Next one, different from football, on the golf scene again. Dream 4-ball.
Can it be with footballers?
It can be with anyone you want. Your dream 4-ball. It could be with bloody politicians if you want it to be. It don't matter.
Well, I'd have to take Gianfranco because, as you well know, I absolutely love Gianfranco Zola. Everyone says Tiger Woods, but I'd quite like to go around with Rory McIlroy, just because he loves his football. Do you know what I mean? I reckon he's a right good laugh.
He'd have better banter than Woods, wouldn't he?
Do you know what I mean? It's like I was speaking to a guy at Sky the other day about it, because obviously the Masters have started, and he said Tiger Woods is like, he doesn't look at anyone. So even if he's met you like loads of times, because he doesn't want to stop, because if he stops to talk to someone, then everyone else will come. I was like, so he literally just like vision like that, straightforward. People are walking past going, hello. He doesn't even look. He just marches. I mean, that's no way to live. No, in my opinion. Do you know what I mean? That's crazy. But yeah,
all the players love him though, don't they? Like they all.
Yeah.
Even now, a lot of them are saying, "Yeah, we're going to visit him" and stuff like that. Like, so it's mad. Like, obviously, it's pick and choosy, I suppose. Like, obviously,
it's just. Could you imagine being that person though? That has to. I mean, he's probably got used to it over the years, but how bad do you have? You must have no conscience whatsoever. Like people like you've literally worked with the day before, just won't. He won't talk to. He won't stop. It's like I couldn't
drive me mad. That would.
So there'd be no point if I'm on the golf course with him.
He don't stop behind a car either, behind the wheel.
That's near the mark.
Bloody hell, Kyle.
Too soon, mate. Too soon. Yeah, come on, mate.
But there'd be no point with him because he wouldn't talk to me on the golf course. He'd just keep marching to the green. So there'd be no point. So I'll take Rory. So I've got Gianfranco, Rory, and I don't know the other one. I don't know. We'd have to take someone funny, wouldn't we?
Yeah, you got it.
Declan Rice, you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, God, what a bloke he is, by the way. Did you see that? Did you see that episode when he's doing all the Michael Jackson and all that?
Shirt off and all sorts around the green.
He's doing the Kevin Nolan chicken.
Unbelievable.
The funniest thing about that though is he thought he was going to win, so he was like, he goes, Geese, I've got a proper forfeit for you. And I was like, well, what do you mean for me? He was like, well, I was all right. What is it? He's like, Kev Nolan, but you got to do it topless. He goes, imagine you running around the green topless. I went, all right. I just seen my balls pinged off the wall and get straight onto the green.
That's it.
There he is going. There he is to do that. I'll take Declan Rice.
Yeah, that'd be good. Fair play to him for doing it as well,
mate. One of the nicest blokes, and he won't change. He won't change either.
He seems it.
Yeah. He's proper grounded, and he won't change.
No, fair play to him, mate. It's good to see that, and it's good to see that sort of side of it, of the footballers, because you don't get that enough. What, like when he was saying about Harry Kane dropping him out with the high five the other day, when he left him hanging, didn't he, after the celebration? It's just like, I love that he addresses that, like, and Harry Kane needs to buck up. By the way, the following week when he scores again, how has he not dropped Declan Rice out again? I'd have just left him hanging again.
That would have been brilliant, wouldn't it? Go on, Declan. No, he's a proper character, and that's what for me, that's what football needs, more like
Yeah,
people like that. I think he's class.
Definitely, mate.
Do you know one of the best people is your boy, Luke Ayling.
Oh, Bill, he's a ledge, mate.
Oh my God, what a hero he is. He's proper funny.
You done a great interview with him a couple of months back, wasn't it?
It was a couple of months back, but just before COVID. Well, the second or third lockdown, whatever it was. He's probably my favourite I've interviewed this season. I loved him. I thought he was brilliant.
He's a great character, isn't he?
Just a proper geezer. Do you know what I mean? Just like, all right, mate, how you doing? Like, he's just brilliant. I love him.
Yeah, that's quality. He's performed out of his skin and all since we've been up. I love it.
Great player.
Yeah, he's been immense. Go on, Matty, before I ask the next one.
You can scrap it. It was about, we've already spoken about it and moved on.
Fair play.
Yeah,
and then the last one before we get on to the footy, mate, is we ask everyone this. Marmite, love it or hate it?
Oh no.
Oh no.
There's
The reaction
hesitation.
says it all.
Oh, is he going to break the mould and go neither?
I mean, if you asked me about pineapple on a pizza, I'd go absolutely livid because pineapple has got no place on a pizza whatsoever. It should be illegal.
Well done,
Like,
that man.
People should be arrested if they have it. But Marmite, I don't really. I'm sorry, boys. Don't mind it.
Oh.
Yeah, I
I
like.
don't mind. We
yeah,
take it. It's more on the better side than.
Yes, do you like Bovril?
Yeah, decent.
Oh,
So
I love it.
that's kind of
Yeah.
Marmite E.
Yeah.
It's
Like
it's a yes.
if we went on like a podcast holiday and went, oh, here's some Marmite with like toast with Marmite on, I wouldn't go, oh, leave it out. I'd just go, oh, thanks, but probably won't have it tomorrow.
Oh God, that's killed me.
if you would eat it, it's a love. That's
Yeah.
it. That's we go with that.
Well,
All
you,
right,
would
yeah.
you would eat it, wouldn't you?
Oh,
Yeah.
10 times.
Yeah.
I'll have mine tomorrow plus Tubes tomorrow, thanks. I'll have.
Followed by,
All right.
followed by
If that's
4 pints of Carlin to wash it down with.
If that's the rules, then I love it.
And yeah, then we move on to last night, mate. Chelsea 2, Porto 0. What's your thoughts, mate? That's a great start to the quarterfinals for you.
It's unbelievable. Like I was, like I said to you on the phone before, I was gutted that Frank, 1 left and 2 got treated the way he did. But that's football. Unfortunately, I thought it was disgraceful. But since Thomas Tuchel's come in, it's the way we're playing. It's like I looked at that yesterday, going, we're not playing very well here, but we're beating Porto 2-0, and it's like that's a sign of a team that wins stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like we've got a chance here, but it's just that the organisation, the way the ball moves now, the 2 wing backs literally bang on the lines. It's like how he's transformed that team in such a short space of time.
Yeah.
It's frightening. I've got to be honest. It's like,
He's unreal.
and we haven't really got a striker who's putting the ball in there. Everyone's scoring.
Yeah.
Ben Chilwell. It's like it's impressive. It's really impressive. And yes, they're going to have their 2 best players back next Tuesday, I think it is. But I think we're through to the semi-finals. I think I'm going to put it out there, lads. I think we can win it.
You know what? We actually covered this on our podcast a few weeks ago, and obviously, as a Leeds fan, there's 2 clubs I don't want winning things, and it's Man United and Chelsea.
Yeah.
And I said when he took over after, I think it was like 4 or 5 games in, I said, you know what, boys, I'm worried they could fucking win this thing, especially when that draw happened, and I saw the half of the draw you was in, and I wouldn't back against you on a one-off game in the final against anyone.
No, I'm totally with you, Tel. Exactly what I think. It's because it's like our defence. Take West Brom out of the equation because that was a shambles. But if you look at the goals we've conceded, it's hardly any.
Yeah.
And it's like it's the same players that we're shipping goals right, left, and centre. It's like God knows what he's done.
Yeah.
All right, okay. People will go, well, he's put 3 at the back, but it's still the same players.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
It is. Go on, Kyle.
I was just going to say, you've got Madrid in the semis basically now, haven't you? It's all basically done.
you,
So,
if Liverpool had fans in the stadium,
Yeah,
I think they'd pump them 4-0. But I don't know what's gone on with Liverpool. You probably know more than me. Like, it's just weird.
it's hard to explain, isn't it? It's just one of them.
Fell apart, mate. It's strange. Completely different team to what's been dominating everything. Like,
Yeah.
but that's going back to Chelsea. It's still the same group of players. It's not like Liverpool have had, like, obviously Van Dijk, massive flop, Joe Gomez, but it's like even like the midfield. It's just
affected the whole team somehow. Like, and you know, we're not scoring goals just like yourselves, like up front. But it's not coming. You're making goals from elsewhere. We're not.
No.
And it's.
Do you think I think it's maybe because the midfielders know that big Virgil van Dijk's not there, so they're going, we can't maybe commit because the people behind us are not as strong as what we had before.
I heard Kenny Dalglish said something on the radio the other day, like because of that reason that he's out of the team, the whole team's a bit further back. The wing backs are a bit further back. The midfield's further back. The front three are disengaged from the rest of the team, and it's not cohesive at the minute. So I don't know. You got to listen to Kenny. I think he knows what he's fucking talking about. But
absolutely.
So it's one of them. It's just not happening for Liverpool. But yeah, I mean, less of that.
But but top four. I mean, that's going to be close. That's going to be so close.
Yeah, it's a battle, isn't it, this year?
Yeah, big time. It's good for the Premier League.
100%. Yeah, no doubt about it, mate. Go on, mate.
Liverpool fans.
Just wanted to ask your opinion, Tubes, on the sort of front situation at Chelsea. Obviously, you spent massive money in the summer bringing in Werner, Havertz, and it ain't quite worked for them. Obviously, it could be like a first season syndrome, like settling in. But it's a big amount of money to spend. What do you think Chelsea's sort of plan of action will be in the summer? Do you think they'll be looking to move those two on, or persevere because of the price tags that were paid for them?
I think, well, with Thomas Tuchel in charge, 100% persevere with them, because I know people forget, like Werner, what is he, 20, 21?
Yeah, he's young. Yeah.
Havertz, I think he's the same sort of age. I don't really know the ages.
Yeah, they're both young.
They've come over from Germany, and they've come over in a pandemic where they train, see their teammates, mates, whatever, and then go home. Like, I know Havertz's family's not here. Sorry, Timo Werner's family's not here, and I think that's a big part to do with it. Yeah, if I'm honest. And people go, oh yeah, but they shouldn't be, but they're kids.
Yeah.
And I think.
Yeah, and they're humans at the end of the day. They're not. They're football players, but they've got feelings. They've got emotions.
Especially when
they can't even settle into the country, can they? Like, really?
That's my point. And I think with Havertz, it's like he had COVID, and then Frank was playing him here, and now Thomas Tuchel's playing him. I mean, I've got to be honest. I don't think he's the false nine. No. I don't think it particularly worked last night. But Havertz is, like, you can tell glimpses. He hasn't. I'm not going to sit here and say he's played well for Chelsea. He hasn't. It's clear for all to see. Yeah. But you see glimpses of him when he's just sort of like at full pace, gets it, bang, gets it, and it's like there is a proper player there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And plus, they've come from Germany, and like, no disrespect to the Bundesliga, it's nowhere near the level of Premier League. It's quicker, it's stronger. I mean, Timo Werner's even come out and gone, I didn't realise the defenders were this fast, this strong, this powerful. It's like, this is the Premier League. It's the best league in the world.
Yeah.
And you can't argue. I mean, I don't know how anyone can argue that.
Well, they can do it one-off games in Europe and that because they're one-off games, but doing it over a season, not realising, as they're saying, not realising actually how good our league is, how quick it is, it's harder to do it week in, week out. Exactly. Game in Europe is anyone can play well.
Look at Didier Drogba, for instance. That first season at Chelsea, I was like, what the fuck have we signed here? Seriously, I was like, this player, he's like, well, what is he? Like, he's always on the floor. He's not particularly strong. He hasn't really scored many goals. And the next 5 or 6 seasons, I was like, Didier Drogba, la la la. Yeah, Didier.
Yeah, he wasn't bad, was he?
But it's like, I just think I think they'll come good,
Yeah.
but I think they need to decide where they're playing them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can't keep saying, Timo, you're going on the left today. Now you're going to play centre forward. Havertz, you're going to be, in the two in the middle, or now you're playing false nine. They're like, however good
Doesn't
player
help
you are,
them,
you
does
need
it?
to. It doesn't help them, no.
I think as well with Chelsea, they've got multiple options in positions as well. So a bit like, I mean, I'm not really comparing Chelsea to Arsenal. Well, I can't do that at the minute, but I mean, we won't talk about that because that's just painful. But I think, yeah, they've got a lot of options there, Chelsea, and maybe he's still kind of searching for his first 11 a bit. But I think that's sort of slowly coming to fruition now for him. And he, like you said, you seem to be able to grind out results without actually playing amazing, which is always a sign of a good side.
Absolutely. And if you look at, Havertz, you'd go, well, he plays in Mason Mount's role. But no one's taking Mason Mount's role.
Nah.
Even if you spend a 400 million, I can't see a player who's coming in.
Best player at the minute, surely.
By far, mate. By far, Matt.
Goal.
By far.
I weren't his biggest fan.
I was the same. I'll hold my hands up. I didn't think he
I
was that good at first.
But he's improved so much, even from this season. Like he's done he's done it in glimpses last season, I found, but just probably not consistently. But now it's every game. He's just he's turning such a. And for me, again, he probably starts for England now. I don't know who he. And Southgate.
I've got to be honest. I've got to be honest, Carl. When Mason Mount was playing on the left, I was like, yeah, he's decent. But now I was like, he's not one of those players coming off the left. He's not a winger. Now they've brought him in and he's coming through the middle. He is unbelievable. Look at that goal last night.
That was
the goal last night was a joke. Yeah.
I think the keeper should have done better though.
100%, should have been saved, but I couldn't really give a shit. But yeah, but it's like going through the middle, Mason Mount, he has to start for England. He is unbelievable. His work rate, it's like he's buzzing around all over the place. His touch, his vision. He's a clever footballer. His positions he takes up in the little pockets. That's why he shouldn't be coming from the left, because I think he's half as effective from the left.
Yeah, I think he obviously I saw a bit more of him originally at Derby because Leeds was in the same league as them at the time, and he flattered to deceive a lot of the times. He showed in glimpses. It's like he's got a bit, but I don't think he's like going to turn out to be this special talent or whatever. And then when he went back to Chelsea and then he's playing, I was like, I don't know. I think they need better than him. But I must admit, mate, I'll have to hold my hands up and say I was definitely wrong. The guy is a supreme talent.
But going back to the point we were talking before, lads, it's like, we're talking about, people not having their family and stuff like that. Maybe with Mason Mount, he was seeing all these Instagram posts and, oh, you're just playing because of Frank. You're just playing because of Frank. And then South, oh yeah, you shouldn't be in the England team. Like, he's a kid as well.
Yeah, he is.
Do you know what I mean? So maybe now that everyone's I don't know. I don't really know Mason that well, but maybe now everyone's started going, God, I tell you what, he's some player. He's some player. Maybe he's gone, fuck it, well, maybe you never know. It could affect you.
Like bigging him up as best as you can, and he's believing it now, and he's gonna
exactly that,
growing and growing. And the way that he's come out of, you think he wasn't in the first couple of squads for Tuchel.
No, he didn't play the first game, did he? Yeah, the first game, and I thought
he's first name on the sheet.
Spot on. But I wasn't happy with that when they left him on the bench for the first game. I thought here we go. He's making a statement here.
Yeah, I thought the same.
And I thought that's absolute nonsense. But then after I think 60 minutes, realised he came on and changed the game.
Yeah.
And he hasn't been out of the team since.
Yeah, I was just going back to the point of what you're saying about the ages of like Werner, Havertz and Mount. I think enough's enough when it's come to this social media battering. When we were growing up watching football, there wasn't Twitter, there wasn't Instagram. All right, you had Facebook, but they're just subject to far too much abuse. I mean, we've all got our opinions about players. Oh, he had a shit game today. Oh, he's rubbish, or blah, blah, blah. But you
do it down the pub with your mates.
Exactly. Yeah, there's a time and a place. And you wouldn't DM a foot. You got to be a fucking idiot to DM a footballer personally saying, hope you... Like, some of the stuff that they get, I mean, is...
embarrassing, mate.
I'm not having it. I'd come off...
Matt, you're spot on. It's
I'd come off social media completely if I was a young kid footballer. I'd absolutely been it.
Well, Reece James has, hasn't he? Reece James come off it.
I see today that a couple of football clubs have come out and made a statement that they're boycotting social media. I think Rangers and I can't remember who the other club was. It flashed up on my phone.
Was it Swansea?
Yeah, for a week.
I think it was Swansea. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Is it?
And I think that's the way forward until this.
It's one of them. Yeah, they're showing a bit of solidarity and doing a week, but
yeah,
a week ain't going to change anything. They need to just come off.
Are they going to look at? Oh, look, Swansea are doing it. It's not enough.
No.
But it's a start, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
It's
brilliant.
But it's like if you walk down the road, yeah, and you racially abuse someone, you're getting arrested.
Yeah, nicked straight away.
But you can go onto DM. You can message any of these footballers you want, call them any racist names, and it's like, well, you know, it's just arrest the fuckers.
Yeah, 100%.
It's like it's not just, they're not even saying they're bad at football. They're starting to bring race into it, and we're gonna kill it. It's like, I mean, whoever does it is sick.
Moron, yeah.
The fact that they can do it is even more mental.
Have you got just a question for yourself? Have you ever experienced any negativity on the platforms that you're on?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I'm quite lucky, but I've got a few regular customers. Like, there's a few people like
really?
Just got, just like, another shit interview, mate. I'm like, but I don't care. I'm like, I've been doing software for years, so I'm just like, I go back at them and go, thanks for watching again then.
Cheers for the view, mate. Top man.
And they're like, I can watch what I fucking want. I can watch what I want. I'm like, yeah, but I don't like long bowls. So I don't go and find a video of long bowls and watch it and go, this is shit. This is shit. If you don't like it or someone, don't watch them.
Well, they want attention from you, mate. That's all. It's sad, really, but that is the truth of the matter.
It's crazy, but it's not a lot. But you know, who am I? Do you know what I mean? We're talking about Premier League footballers. Like, I get it sometimes, but they're getting it all the time. It's terrible.
Yeah, it's a disgrace, mate. It's like you said, some of the stuff is Rangers as well with their players. Some of the stuff that Kamara and Ruth have received in the last month or so it's criminal. These people do need to be sort of like punished for it, but it's finding them in it a lot of the time. It's all fucking anonymous, which is a different sort of.
What about the geezer who's racially abused Kamara on the pitch?
Unbelievable, mate. See, Bale done him, didn't
he?
One game.
Is that all he's got?
Yeah.
I didn't even know it's been done now.
Yeah, it was today or yesterday, I think they decided it.
Oh my god! But that's what I'm saying. What sort of message does that send out to everyone else? I would just get a game ban. You get more for 10 yellow cards throughout a season.
But I don't mean to sort of blanket put blame on these like certain countries and that, but in a lot of them countries throughout Europe, it's a weekly occurrence, mate. Yeah. Like it shouldn't be, but it is.
Yeah, but you are right. But that, I mean, what are they living in the Stone Age? It's like get fucking just people need educated. People need educating on it. It's I mean, we could say here for hours talking about it. It's not going to change because people aren't really doing anything about it.
Not at all, mate. No.
Not the people it should be anyway.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, totally.
Back to that sort of like the Champions League and that. Who would you want in the semis and the final, ideally? Sort of like best case scenario.
We've done the semis. You know they got in the semis.
But you might prefer to play Liverpool. You might look at that and go, that's a better game for us than Real.
It would, mate, at this point in time.
I mean, at the moment, yeah. I mean, after watching Liverpool against Arsenal, I thought, here we go. They're gonna turn it on now. But I don't know what happened last night. So, I mean, to answer your question, I'd probably rather play Liverpool because Real Madrid looked decent, you know.
Yeah, they did look good.
I was gonna say that. Yeah.
Vinicius impressed me actually.
Oh, he looked class. And even they worked without Ramos and Varane.
Yeah.
So, but I'm pretty confident we can take both of them at the moment.
Yeah, neither of them are the teams that they were in the last year or so.
No, I mean the Liga is pony now, isn't it?
Yeah,
pretty much.
It's not It's not
weird,
good.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Messi and Ronaldo have carried that division. Really, you think about it. They brought the level right up, and now they're sort of like Ronaldo left and Messi's coming towards the end. It's sort of the level's dropping.
Well, when Chelsea played Atletico Madrid, I was like watching the game, going, "Who are we? What is this team we're playing?" It was so poor.
And they're top of the league.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and they're fine as well, aren't they? They're doing well in that league.
Yeah,
it's unreal.
They were the absolute pony Yeboah.
That's kills me.
Love that.
Terry using that one for the rest of his life.
Who would you want in the final?
I mean, whoever gets there is going to be top notch in it. I mean, or PSG is probably going to be in it. Tuchel's old team. I mean, I don't know, Bayern Munich.
You know what?
Go on, mate.
PSG are just the funniest side ever. They're like the original FIFA team. Like they just soak up pressure. They might let in one because the defense ain't amazing, but when you've got them two going forward, or the 3 or 4 talents that they got going forward, that Mbappe just looks like he scores at will. Like, give me the ball on the left, I'll pick it up 35 yards out and just let me do the rest. I don't really care.
It's almost not fair watching him play.
Yeah, no, it's a joke. It's like you've pressed R1 and he left everyone behind. And
that's exactly what I used to do. That's exactly what I used to do.
Yeah.
Always PSG for that reason.
He's unbelievable. Like, they went there last night. Bayern were unbeaten in 19 Champions League games. And they could have scored more goals than they did.
Battered them.
Yeah, they did possession-wise. They just soak it up, and they know they've got that counter-attack. Di Maria and Mbappe, Neymar. Yeah, they're a funny team, but yeah, it could be it's a lottery game. I think it just depends how it goes on the night, but they're definitely capable of beating anyone on their day for absolute sure.
Oh God, yeah,
totally. So I reckon it probably be PSG if we get to the final.
Of course, yeah. That would be written in the stars as well with Tuchel and Thiago Silva as well. You know what I mean? It's like,
exactly that. Exactly that. I love Thiago Silva. What an absolute dude.
Yeah, he's quite cool, isn't he? I seen him going mental in the stands the other week as well.
But that's what Chelsea's missed for years.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Since like the JT, Frank Lampard, Drogba days where you could see the team unity. You know, have him in the stadium. Like, he's only been there 6 months. Maybe a bit longer, but given it, you know, with Mason, apparently he's so good around the changing room.
Really?
Yeah, the training ground. Yeah.
Yeah, you do need that within these teams, mate. It makes such a difference on the pitch as well, doesn't it? When you have someone like that.
100%.
You are a young team as well. They're a young team, Chelsea, so players like that are just going to help.
Yeah, well,
exactly. I mean, do you know what I mean? Like, you're so right again. It's like, imagine you've got. You look across Reece James and you're looking at Thiago Silva. You're thinking, yeah, do you know what, I've done all right here. Like, just listening to him.
Like 100%, he's played FIFA all of his life, pretty much, with Thiago Silva there.
Exactly that.
Now he's playing alongside him. It's mental.
Yeah. How are you for time?
Yeah, we're cool. We're good. Yeah.
Sweet. We'll touch on the Premier League then. While we've got you, thoughts on how your season's gone so far in general, and where do you reckon you'll finish? Do you reckon you'll get a top 4 place?
Yes, I think we will. And the season's been weird. We started off flying, didn't we?
Yeah.
We started off absolutely flying, and then all of a sudden just dropped off. And then obviously the manager gets the sack, and now we're on the up again. It's been a weird season. Different styles of play, different formations, different personnel. It's been obviously no fans. It's just weird, man, with no fans.
Did you get to go to the Leeds game at Stamford Bridge when they had fans?
No.
You didn't.
Do you want me to turn the light on, by the way?
Yeah, it's up to you, mate. It's not.
Yeah.
You can't. Just moved in, Tubes. Can't find the switch.
Hey, congratulations on your new place.
You just moved in. You couldn't even find the switch.
Yeah, I don't know where it is. No, I didn't go to the Leeds game. It's only like 2,000 people, wasn't it?
That's it, yeah.
And no, I didn't go.
Oh, that's a shame, man. Yeah, so like I think the same. I think you'll get a top 4. It has been a weird season for you boys as well. Sort of so many things rolled into the year, innit? And it is a different ball game without the fans in there with the COVID. But it'd be good to sort of get everyone back.
I
Because I think
can't
so
wait.
many
miss
results
it so
will
much.
change for loads of clubs.
I mean, people are not going to go to Anfield and win like they do.
No.
They have been this season, because I mean, like I was saying earlier on, Real Madrid going back to Anfield with a 2-0 lead would mean absolutely nothing.
Nah.
Yeah, they've proved that time and again.
I mean, that Barcelona game last year.
Mm.
I mean, the fans at Liverpool are incredible. Like, I think as you're an opposition player and you're walking and this is Anfield and you just hear that on Champions League nights, especially.
Yeah, it sort of has a bit more, doesn't it, on European games?
Oh, I just think the fans are 10 times better.
Yeah.
In every team, it's Champions League night. Do you know what I mean? I mean,
always better as well. Like,
yeah, no, you're so right. It's like with Chelsea, I think because we've won so much, I think people get spoilt. But with the Champions League nights, if it's like, oh, AC Milan are coming or Barcelona, these people are normally like, oh, we're going to win, at the weekend. We don't need to sing or dance or shout, whatever. Raise it. And I think that happens at every football club.
Yeah, 100%. Go on, Greg.
Just going back on like the league stuff and with the Frank stuff as well. Do you think it played a part with him being there and the pressures of them hearing the pressures? Oh, it's Frank Lampard, and you're playing for Frank Lampard. Like, do you think the pressures got to them a little bit as well with being a young team?
What, the new signings or?
Well, just in general, like they're a young team, and obviously everything was made out. Oh, it's Frank, and then do you think the pressures of that got to them? Although there would have been pressure on Frank as well, do you think the pressures of actually, it being his first big gig and then...
Yeah. I mean, the first season was unbelievable, like under Frank. And I think the club was together. And I think, all the youngsters obviously look up to him, but Mason would have come back, wouldn't he, and told Tammy, Reece, Hudson-Odoi, how good he is from his time at Derby. I think what went wrong, if there's only one criticism of Chelsea, and maybe, I don't know if it was Frank, you never know with Chelsea Football Club, was signing the amount of players over the summer when you've got a gap of, 3.5 weeks until the new season started. So he's gone, right, Havertz, Werner, and then gone, Ziyech. And he's got all these players, and like I heard that they came over, they're at the training ground, but they're not with the team because for a week they've got to self-isolate or COVID tests and all that. So all of a sudden you've got your group of youngsters who've got you top four, unbelievable first season from all of them. And then you've got £270 million worth of talent coming to join, and then you've got a week to go until the season starts. And it's like,
they're not even integrated.
No. So I think that was the problem. And I think it started well, but then all of a sudden it's like, and then a few of the senior players already start kicking up, bad mouth, and that people say, oh, did it happen? Yes, it did happen. And then they start listening, oh, like, does it? And then everyone, it's like within football teams, the players have got the power now, unfortunately.
100%.
So and then some of maybe the youngsters who were playing the year before were not playing. And then, so I think bringing all those people in not that soon, but that soon to the season to start was probably not.
Killed the morale.
Yeah, good for morale or good for team tactics. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you don't buy Timo Werner and Kai Havertz, and we've not even talked about Ziyech, and then go, we're not going to play because this lot got top four. They have to play.
Yeah.
Somehow. And it's like, I just think too many players too soon.
Yeah, I think you're right. And like you said, with persisting with them, that's the thing to do, because the talent that these players have got is undoubted. They won't have sort of produced what they've produced over the last couple of seasons if they weren't talented. So it's just a case of sort of persisting, and the board as well sort of persisting with the whole process and not doing cutthroat decisions and changing things quickly, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that's the problem with certain boards. It's like you don't know who's signing. You don't know who's signing these players. It's like oh, you've got to have him, but why? You don't know. It's honestly it happens.
Yeah,
it's like
to a lot of clubs.
yeah, this player's coming. Well, I don't want him. No, it's been agreed. Oh, he's got to play, by the way. Oh, I thought I was the manager. It's like it's business, and it's madness.
Yeah.
It's madness. It's madness. Yeah.
That must be so hard as a manager to have to deal with that as well. I think that's what's refreshing at the moment with Leeds and what we're doing in coming back into the Premier League is
Proper football club.
Bielsa's in charge. The
Yeah.
board are all in on him, and it's like, here's the players that we think like would be suited to your system, and he gets to sign off on them. If he don't want someone, he goes, no, you're all right, don't want him.
Proper run football club.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's not like
It's been years since we could say that.
Well, yeah, but like he's coming like the first day. Some of the players told me about Bielsa. His first day, yeah, he walked in, and he walks around the training ground, and he was going up to like rails, but the rails around the side of the pitch. He was going, that needs painting. This grass is too long. This needs painting. I want that colour there. Then he went into the kitchen and was like, this need, like the whole club. He went round and went, that needs change. That needs paint.
Yeah,
he's the boss.
100%.
Yeah. So if he's making decisions on painting the railings, he's not getting told what side players to sign.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's the gaffer.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I heard stories about him that, like, in that same sort of first day, there was scuff marks where someone had sort of scuffed their trainer up against the wall and that, and he basically kicked off at the board and was like, "That's a lack of respect. Like, things need to change." He got him to move certain light switches and like plug sockets that just didn't suit. It's like, no, it shouldn't be there. It looks weird. Place looks a mess. Needs changing. All sorts like that. He got them all picking up litter. All the players.
Exactly that. Attention to detail.
Yeah.
It's like, this is how we're going to run this club now. And the players love him for it.
That's exactly it, mate. Yeah.
What about Murder Ball?
Oh, mate, it's unbelievable. Well, look at what it's doing to the team. Look how fit they are because of it.
Yeah, but look what it could do to the team. About 4 broken legs.
It's true, yeah.
It's unbelievable when they were telling me about it.
Do you boys know about it?
Yeah.
No,
I've heard about it, but I don't know.
I've heard about it.
Go on, Tubes.
Yeah,
What did the players sort of tell you when?
Right, so every Wednesday, I think it is, at training, Bielsa brings out, he goes, right, Murder Ball. And Luke Ayling says it's like, I think it's like half an hour game, yeah? All the management team stand around the side of the pitch and that literally just lob a ball in. There's no offsides, and you can just absolutely thump each other.
Yeah, there's no fouls.
No fouls. Every time the ball goes out, it just gets chucked in by one of the management team. They're all around the pitch, just keep lobbing balls in. Do you remember the game on computer? You're probably too young. Speedball.
Yeah, I do.
Do you remember that when they run
yeah.
round and they used to smash and they'd knock everyone out? Yeah, it's apparently like, well, it's basically a version of that, but with like human beings. And they just go around and kick each other. And he's like, Luke Ayling was like, you just have to, and every time you stop running, Bielsa's on the side of the pitch going, run, run, run. You have to just keep running. It's like, it's brilliant.
It is amazing. It's the fact that just something so simple, really. Like there's nothing scientific really about that. It's very sort of simple.
Oh, it's complete stupidity.
Yeah, but look at what it's changed. Look at what it's done to the. It's like he's turned players that were sort of, people were saying that some of them were not even good enough for the Championship.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, they're mixing it in like top half of the Premier League.
And the fittest team going.
Oh.
But no wonder you've had no centre halves this season. No.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens a lot of the time.
They've been murdered by a ball.
When we bring new players in.
How'd you get injured, mate? Yeah, I just got murdered by a ball.
Just played half hour. I'm dead.
Yeah, just Murder Ball. Yeah.
I'll be available in about a month's time.
That's the problem we've had, though, when we bring in new players in under Bielsa, is they need a full pre-season because it's a shock to the system, no matter what level they've played at. Someone like Diego Llorente we brought in, he's been playing in La Liga, like for Sociedad for quite a while. He played at Real Madrid. He's playing for Spain. He's like a regular in the Spain team. Come, and he's even come out last week and said about Bielsa's methods. He said it hit him like a fucking ton of bricks.
No.
He couldn't believe it. Like,
yeah, it's insane apparently. But
they, like you said, they all love him for it. Like, they fucking
they're all shit scared of him, but they love him.
Yeah,
they do anything. Like we were chatting before we came on. Like the Nigel Clough, what you were saying. It's like they do anything for Bielsa, and
Yeah.
you know, that's, for me, that's how it should be. But unfortunately,
100%.
at loads of football clubs, it's if they don't fancy him, the manager's going to get it.
Yeah.
So
I think even the board, even if he lost fucking 30 games in a row, I think even the board would be scared to sack him.
oh Jesus, imagine that. You want a game of murder ball, do you?
Yeah. Yeah. You sack him. No, you sack him.
Yeah, no.
It's clever. It's clever though, in a way. It's a good way of, you know, progressing, because if you've got 20 odd players that run for a brick wall for you, it's only going to benefit the team moving forward, isn't it? It's just,
Well,
can't
technically,
really
you might
lose.
not progress if you've got a broken leg. You could be
no, you might not
Yeah,
progress,
walk
but
around.
you're gonna challenge. You're gonna, you know, then yeah.
Yeah, it's true, mate. Also on the relegation front in the Premier League, it's obviously become a bit tighter down there than it was at one point. At one point, it was Fulham, Sheffield United, West Brom have gone. Fulham have sort of closed the gap a little bit, and West Brom might make a little run now. They've got 3 points out of you boys last week. Who do you think? Do you think any of them can survive? If so, who do you think will get dragged in?
Too close to call.
It is, isn't it?
You could say I'm sitting on the fence. No, I mean, I love Fulham because of Scott, and I'm just surprised. I'm going to dodge your question there because I don't want to say, but no, I'm just surprised Sheffield United. I can't believe the turnaround. Like last year, they were unbelievable, and then this year,
What did they finish 7th last year?
Yeah. I'm like just madness.
They're a bit same with the downfall. The players that have come in have just totally. See, Wilder had his style, and his players played his style, and they knew it from League One up to the Prem.
Yeah.
And then now there's new players coming in, and maybe they're not running through that brick wall. And I think that has really hindered them. The new signings, I think.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean,
a lot of money.
Yeah, true. And maybe last year people were like, what are these centre back? Why are centre backs playing right? And I think people may have just gone, well, that's what they do now.
Yeah.
But still, it shouldn't be that drastic.
It is some turnaround. Like you say, it's not like they've gone from sort of 7th to like 14th or whatever.
Yeah, it's 7th to like not winning a game, or like winning the 4 games.
It is
crazy,
insane.
But, yeah, madness. But as for who's going down, I don't know.
Yeah, it is a tough one, mate. Matty, I know you had a question that I told you in the WhatsApp earlier, but go on, you can come out of it now.
Oh, thank you. Cheers, mate. I didn't realise you were right. No, joke. Yeah, just quick one. How did you get the nickname Tubes?
It was back in the day.
You're allowed to say this, or is it?
Yeah, of course. So, yeah, of course I can. Yeah.
We don't know who's listening, mate. We don't know who's listening.
No one.
So back in the day, I was on, because I started at Sky when I was 16.
Yeah.
And I worked for free for like 4 years, just coming in every Saturday making teas and stuff like that. And then there was a guy on the show called Rocket who was like,
I remember him.
Love Rocket.
Who was a little Rocky. Yeah,
Sonia,
he was.
isn't
Yeah, it was. Oh, he looks so like Sonia. It's unbelievable. You put a brown wig on him, and you give him a little trumpet.
Yeah.
Martin, you got to look after your baby. Oh, it's incredible.
Greg looks like Martin Fowler.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. Take your hat off, Greg. Show us.
Martin Fowler.
Oh, I'm not having it. Are you?
No, I'm not having that.
Thank you.
Not having that. But anyway, yeah, Rocket went on holiday, which you don't do during Soccer M. You literally work the full football season. You don't do holidays during the season. But anyway, he went skiing. So they went, Peter, come upstairs, because I got a job at Sky eventually, but in the sports library, because there was no room at Soccer M. So they went, just take that job. And then when there's a space at Soccer AM, we'll get you straight here. So I was like, all right. So I got a call. They were, can you come upstairs quickly? And I was like, yeah, no problem. And Lovejoy was like, right, that little bugger Rocket's gone on holiday. Tomorrow, do you want to be Peter the test tube baby? And I went, you what? I went, Peter the test tube baby. I said, what's that? They went, well, basically, there's a band in the 70s called Peter and the Test Tube Babies. Your name's Peter. I went, yeah, I get that. Like, well, I don't get it, but yeah, but what's the baby bit about? And she was like, yeah, basically, we're going to just dress in a nappy. I went, you what? He's like, yeah, so you could dress in a nappy, and then we're going to put the conga music on, and then you're going to come out to the. I was like, dressed in a nappy. They went, yeah. I was like, right, okay. They went, yeah, you're going to have a can of beer and a fake cigarette and just bring the balls out for the people, the fans at the end game. I was like, it's for 1 week, I'll do it. So yeah, it was November. I was absolutely freezing my little tits off. So that was Peter the Test Tube Baby. And then everyone was like, this character's genius. I was like, nah, it's not. They were like, no, it's got to stay. I was like, oh, what? And then Peter the Test Tube Baby, like, we can't keep calling you Peter the Test Tube Baby. It's too long. We'll call you Tubes. I was like, oh, all right. So that was it.
Wow.
Worst story
yeah,
ever.
right.
But yeah, Peter the Test Tube Baby cut down to Tubes. So yeah, and then that's what I've been known ever since.
Brilliant.
But like back in, like, people do that for weird stuff now, don't they? Dress as babies and like,
Yeah, that's a
yeah,
thing. apparently.
weirdo. Yeah,
It's like a fetish, isn't it?
yeah, I think I kickstarted it.
Yeah. You should do that on your YouTube channel. Golf Life dressed as a baby.
On national TV. Just go like literally can of beer, like walking around like smashing it on my head and that. And it was like, oh, my parents were so proud.
Go on, Greg.
So there you go, Matt. There was the answer to that one.
Thank you very much.
I read in the old internet. You once won a poll. You were more popular than Rocket. Are you still more popular?
Depends who you ask, I suppose.
Does he still work there?
No,
he's working for Joe now, and he that comedy Joe or whatever.
No, he's left now. He's now at Give Me Sport.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Which is like a Facebook thing. Like, I'm not really into it. Like, I don't. It's a Facebook, I think, but I think they do other stuff. But yeah, he's doing. I think he's doing well. He's not been at Give Me Sport for a while, but yeah, I'd probably say maybe me.
Me.
I don't know.
It was only a shit question. No, I've got a couple of questions, like serious ones. There's a few things like, do you miss now on Soccer AM, like one question and one question only?
No, I don't miss it. And I was the one who stopped it.
Really?
Yeah, boys, it just got to a point where I hit, I think 31, 32, and I was like, seriously, what am I doing? It's like, I've been trying to rap for about 6 years.
I forgot you used to do the raps.
Yeah, I did a rap in the middle of and all that. and I got to like 31, 32, and I just went, I said to my boss, I'm not doing it this year. And his face was like, you what? He's like, you have to. I was like, no, I don't. I said it was funny. It was real funny about 4 years ago. 3 years ago, it was quite good. It's like I'm becoming a novelty act. It's like once you do a character like that and try and be like the rapper and like doing the stare off at people, it's funny for a bit. Do you know what I mean? It's funny for a bit, but when you've done it for 7 years, people start going, you know, switch it up or something. And I didn't want to do it, so I said I don't want to do it. It didn't go down too well, and then so no, I don't miss that at all. It was good. It was good at the time. It was. And I met some amazing people. Some big stars. But
they sent you to like Hollywood film premieres and things like that, didn't they? Like,
yeah. Oh, I met some proper people.
Who was
Denzel Washington.
Denzel.
Loads of them. Yeah. Loads of them. Denzel Washington. Rocky. What, his name's Sly Stallone, isn't it? Not Rocky.
Rocky Balboa, that's his name.
Yeah, Bruce Willis. Brad Pitt. Arnie. Will Ferrell. And like so many people. Was there any of them that you were sort of starstruck over? And not really.
Not
I was more starstruck with like Chelsea players and stuff like that. I just saw them as I went in there for one question and literally fucked around. I was shit scared doing it.
Oh,
but I wasn't starstruck.
Yeah, I bet it was nerve-wracking, mate.
It's nerve-wracking because you go in there and they're like massive you know, they're big hitters, and you've got to go in there going, "You're top man, you are then. I've been rapping since I was 10. Ooh, rapping for life, just not for Christmas." and then go like that, and then go like this for a minute.
I've missed it.
Do you know what I mean?
Was there any of them that got the
Yeah, Jessica, Steve Coogan.
Oh, really?
Mr. Partridge, Alan Partridge, not Mr.
Oh,
Partridge.
right.
Yeah, he was real knobhead.
He was a bit like that.
I mean, I like it awkward, but that was so awkward.
Yeah.
Like it was like horrendously awkward. Like how it got to where, I don't know, because he was just like looking at me like, I was like, "Who's the funniest man in the world?" He's like, "Not you." I went, "Yeah, clearly not me." Like that. It was like, didn't shake my hand.
Wow.
And Jessica Alba, she's like a but yeah, she didn't get it and was a bit scared. And I got chased out by her people.
No.
Oh, and Slash from Guns N' Roses as well. I nearly got beaten up by his security guards. But
It's great.
But then got a call about 4 days later from Slash himself and saying, "I'm so sorry about my bodyguards, the way I reacted, storming off. I'd said no media at this place, and then you're there chucking mashed potato everywhere."
What?
Yeah, it was Slash rhymes with mashed, doesn't it? So
Oh, this is unreal.
yeah, lyrics, mate, lyrics. So yeah, and then he called me up and said, "I really like your stuff. I've been watching it on the plane on the way back. So if you're ever in LA," and I never actually saw him again, but it was really nice of him.
Fucking hell, that's unreal. I mean,
Yeah, that's not your everyday story, is it, mate?
Mate, I was down the Running Mare in Cobham after about 8 pints of Kronenberg, and his phone kept ringing. And Helen Chamberlain, said, "Slash wants to try and get hold of you." No, she said, "Slash's people want to speak to you." And I'm like, "Oh, fucking hell." I was like, "All right, I've apologised. Like,
They're outside.
You're the one who." So I'm there, like, and this phone keeps ringing, like +44, +4. Like, and I'm like, "What is this?" So then I get back and it goes off again. I kept like just blanking it, and later on in the evening it went again. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna get this." So I was like, "Hello." He was like, "Hey, is that Tubes?" And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Tubes?" I was like, "Yeah, yeah, Tubes. Yeah, it's Tubes." And he was like,
Double O.
yeah, Tubes 007. And he was like, hey man, it's Slash." And I went, "Yeah, of course it is. And he kept talking. I was like, "All right, good banter." I was like, and I put the phone down. I was like, I just thought it was one of my mates like that. And the phone rang back, and I was like, and he was like, "Man," he was like, "It's Slash." I was like, "This is actually Slash, isn't it?" He went, "Yes, mate." Not in an accent like that. Yes, geezer, it is, mate. Yeah. He was like, just, and then he basically said, "I'm sorry, like I shouldn't have done that." And I was like, "Oh, I used to love Guns N' Roses back in the day." Yeah, unbelievable. So it was real nice of him. Yeah,
that is epic. He's like a fully fledged legend, mate. That's
a great story.
just bringing you in the boobs.
Oh, mate, mental.
Imagine after.
It was that love her just Slash from Guns N' Roses. Yeah.
8 pints of Kronenberg after you fucking backstroke.
Whack November Rain on the jukebox for us.
It's just me, mate. Yeah.
Go on, Greg.
Or with the dance off as well. Like, what's happening with that now?
Epic, that was.
Yeah, I mean, but to be fair, Greg, it got a bit silly, because back in the day it was supposed to be like whoever works on the show, the crew, did 15 seconds of dance. But then when Soccer AM was a bit pony for a while, it got stupid. It was like people started to bring in props, and Rocket was on roller skates, and it got a bit shit basically. And then Fenners, when he took over, was like, "We're not doing that. That's old Soccer AM." And to be fair, it had run its course. But if it came back now, it would be hilarious, because Fenners would have it literally, it's you and your moves for 15 seconds. No partners, no fluffy toys, whatever you want to bring out. So it would be funny, but that's the reason why we stopped doing it, because it just got stupid.
He's quality Fenders as well. What a nice fella he is, mate. When we come come to the
yeah,
show. He's
great
such a nice bloke.
That is class.
And he has got the most amazing jacket collection I think
Oh,
I've ever seen in my
he
entire
has-
Is he sponsored by Stone Island and Adidas?
Yeah,
Because he has got
do you know
some
what? I don't think he is sponsored. I just think he's got his own like it's called Life Jacket. It's like an Instagram page where he buys and sells jackets, and it's like every day he's got a new one.
Yeah, I was going to say. I thought I'm not winding you up. I was like genuinely.
No, no.
For, like any occasion, the fella.
But like, but he's not like paid to wear them. But it's just literally he just
Picks them up and
it's just weird. Yeah.
What he
loves it.
what he likes them.
I mean, it's not my bag. It's not my bag. Some of them, I'm honest with fellas as well. He goes, Tubesy, what about this one? I go, I'm not going to lie, mate. It looks nice on you, but not for me. Like some of them are just like mad. Like, but I'm quite boring with dress sense. Hoodie, jeans, trainers. Like, I couldn't pull that off. I wouldn't want to try and pull it off either. It's just nah, not for me.
That orange one he's got is special, isn't it?
Oh, I love that one.
What's that one?
The matching.
The orange one.
Oh,
Must be
Jesus.
Stone Island, did it?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
Just it looks like a naughty steward, doesn't he?
and didn't he match it with the orange gazelles as well, like orange Adidas?
Oh wow, yeah, that's too.
Oh yeah. Oh, he does it properly. Yeah, he comes with all the trainers and all sorts. Yeah.
He loves his garms, doesn't he?
Big time.
What a guy.
With the drills that you used to go to the training grounds and that as well.
Yeah.
With Fennis used to do it with you and Jim, didn't he? He used to like compete against other teams and that.
Yeah. Who
Who was the best player that you've competed sort of against or seen do it with you, sort of thing?
One sticks out straight away. When I was there, when I saw close up, we went to Southampton. Nathan Redmond, during both drills, we did 2 against them. Unreal.
Really?
But then after that, James Ward-Prowse was there, and he was just like, I don't think he did the drill, but he was there, and he was just like walking. It's such a nice bloke. And I said, Jimmy, you should do like a masterclass or like talk through free kicks. And we asked him, he's like, yeah, I'll do that. And I swear, boys, my God, watching James Ward-Prowse do free kicks, he must have done 10, and they all just did the same thing, like top bin. I was like, it was like, that's the first time I've gone, oh wow.
Yeah.
Like it was just like a robot. It was just bang, bang.
He's done it
bang,
so many times in the
bang.
Premier League and in high pressure situations. Yeah,
it was frightening. It was frightening. It wasn't like, people put things on TV like, it's like you just show the best ones. You could have put all 10 on there.
Yeah.
It was just going, this is what I do. And he's like, and normally we go, well, maybe do it again. Like, because I've done it with like back in the day with Kevin De Bruyne.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah. And that was like, the way he hits the ball is amazing, but it wasn't going like always in. James Ward-Prowse just went, shoot, shoot, shoot. I was like, it was like watching it on repeat. It was like, it's the same thing. It was just doing it over and over again. I was like, that's a joke.
Practice makes perfect, don't it?
Absolutely.
Big time.
He is some player, to be fair. I like Ward-Prowse, top player. And to be able to do that sort of over and over, that shows, doesn't it? That shows that it's no fluke. This is
no.
I've got that in the locker, like.
Well, it's like some players, like when you get a free kick and you go, like with Alonso. I mean, I prefer Ben Chilwell personally, but when Alonso's got a free kick, you're like, there's a 4 out of 10 chance here this is going in the top bins.
Yeah,
because he must do exactly the same. It's a danger. People like trying to win a free kick when they've got people like James Ward-Prowse who can do that.
Yeah. Well, when we played Southampton a few weeks ago, mate, I didn't want to give any free kicks away. I'm like panicking when people are diving in. It's like, because he could. Could easily be a goal. Like,
100%.
It's a great weapon to have, especially where they are in the league, and that if they're like losing a game or it's close and they know they've got a free kick in and around the area. I mean, they must be thinking it's Christmas.
Yeah. To get to that level, though, I mean, like you just said, it's literally practice. Not possibly quite boring.
Yeah.
But to do what he did in front of all of us, when we just said, come over and do it, it was a joke.
That is different class, isn't it?
Yeah.
How good was Lee Trundle this weekend, by the way?
Yeah. Still good, isn't he? Still got it.
Still good, isn't he?
Yeah.
The original Soccer AM music, you know,
Dun, 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 dun,
that was
dun,
unreal. I was
dun,
looking at the
dun.
TV like this. I was just
Yeah.
when he done the old shoulder thing.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That's next level.
Yeah.
He done it on the week. He done it in the car park, didn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Amazing.
He's unbelievable.
different.
Looks
level.
good as well. He's an absolute tank now as well, isn't he?
Yeah, he's proper
Yeah.
hench, isn't he?
Yeah. Jesus.
Yeah, he's unreal, mate.
The lunatic on a night out. I met him in Marbella. Oh my god.
Is that when you were over there for EastEnders or not?
Him and Rocket doing a celebrity appearance.
Yeah, exactly.
You were Rocket doing the Christmas song for EastEnders.
Have you got any plans with the golf life, mate, in the next sort of week or so where you're playing? Have you got anything lined up?
Yeah, so Monday going to Manchester. So last Monday I went to Manchester.
Nader Manure, isn't it?
Film with Nader Manure, which is brilliant. That's out this Sunday. And then Monday go and see Tony Bellew.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, getting him out on the golf course. So can't wait for
does
that.
he play?
Sort of, a little bit.
We'll find out soon.
Yeah, you'll find out the following Sunday. So
I can't see him having the patience for golf. I reckon he'll get depressed.
that's why it's going to be gold dust.
Yeah, 100%. He'd be snapping clubs and all sorts.
Good choice, mate. Good choice.
Plus, he's I really like Tony, and I find him quite an intriguing character, and to hear because when you're on a golf course and we're doing the 4-hole challenge, you can speak for 45 minutes to an hour.
That's
so
it.
I'm going to go right back to what he was like as a kid and that. So I'm really looking forward to that one.
That will be quality, mate. He's an interesting bloke, isn't he?
Yeah, he's top guy.
Yeah, definitely. What are you and Ange playing off now, handicap wise?
We haven't got official handicaps, but 16 to 18.
Oh, serious? That's decent, mate.
Yeah, it's all right. We should be better. We've got our own fucking YouTube channel. We play golf all the time. So I mean, we should be better. But yeah, I just put it down to we only play 4 holes. So
Yeah.
So, no, Ange is single. Ange was 10, but the last year or so he's been pretty bad actually.
Really?
He doesn't know why. So what we're going to do, we're going to do a thing called single figures, where we're going to go around like golf pros, footballers who are great at golf, and get lessons. So we'll go to Bullard and do iron play, whatever.
He's a
Bullard would do putting because he does all that fingers. So we're going to do that and try and get down to single figures within the next sort of year. So we'll see.
That'd be a battle, mate. That'd be class. Well, weren't Bullard down to scratch, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was on the Euro Pro Tour and that, wasn't he? Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so hopefully.
That's some talent to be able to sort of just be a dab hand, be a professional footballer and then just turn pro in golf. Just be like, the fuck?
Bloke's a joke. Hits 180s at darts. He's like fishing, he catches sharks. Yeah, it's
got jaws on the.
Yeah, he's got jaws. People have got little pikes. He brings out jaws. It's it's unbelievable.
Yeah, that is impressive, mate. Boys, have you got any other questions for Tubes before we sort of end the record?
I was literally just going to say, mate, who's been your favourite guest on your golf channel, mate?
Golf channel, favourite one. Again, different people for different reasons, Greg. It's
good ones and all.
It's mate, I don't think I can pick one, and again, that is me sitting on the fence. But Bullard was amazing. Playing with John Terry, obviously, is one of watched him. When I was younger at Chelsea, that was incredible. Dean Windass was the stories he came out were unbelievable. But then we've had Matt Fitzpatrick, who's playing Augusta now.
What a player!
To watch someone like that, like I was saying with James Ward-Prowse, watching free kicks. To watch Matt Fitzpatrick, who by the way is tiny.
Yeah, he is little, isn't he?
Hit golf balls 300 yards down the middle with such ease. Was I'm not a massive golf fan, but I was like,
wow,
oh my god, how is this little basically small child, not child, but small man like doing that, it was like it's just different level. Beef was an absolute legend. What a nice bloke. What a top guy. Jamie Redknapp was good value.
He's a good golfer, no, isn't he?
Yeah, really good. Kieran Dyer was intriguing. Like I couldn't believe, you know, a lot of people with Kieran Dyer, they go, oh, he's a little brat. One of the nicest guys you ever meet.
Really?
Didn't
he like wrestle you or something on your?
Yeah, give me a people's elbow, didn't he? Yeah.
Jesus, Kieran.
Yeah, he proper gave me that. Unbelievable.
Like Kyle at Butlins.
So no, yeah, it was, yeah. So there've been some. I've probably forgotten loads, but yeah. So Declan Rice, Christ. I mean,
mate, yeah.
I mean, he was unbelievable. Yeah, we've been so lucky that everyone's been up for it and done us a favour.
You're going to get Gareth on anytime soon, or?
Wow, that's the plan. We're working on it, but he can't seem to be playing golf with me if he's not playing for Tottenham. So I mean, it's not going to happen, is it? But we will get him on there eventually.
I bet
he'll accept. He ain't going to say no, is he? Don't worry about it. Go for it.
But it's just getting through to him. He says he'll do it on Instagram, whatever. Then you have to go for about 400 people, so it's hard. But yeah, we've had some great guests.
Yeah, no, you have, mate. Probably plenty more to come as well, mate. 100%.
Hopefully.
Yeah, for everyone who is watching as well, get over and follow Tubes Ange Golf Life on YouTube. It's fucking class.
Cheers, boys.
What's your Instagram page now for that? Because you've got a new page as well, haven't you? For the
Tubes Ange Golf Life on
Tubes
Instagram.
Ange Golf Life. Perfect. Nice one. Tubes, absolutely blinding, mate. Thank you so much.
Very good.
Cheers, boys.
Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Mate, honestly, anytime, whenever you want to come back on, give us a shout.
I will do. I'll come back on, no problem.
And we want to go at top bins as well. So as soon as Cov's over, we want to come back. All right.
Done deal. You're in.
No kids allowed.
Film it and then put it on air.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. No pressure.
Yeah.
Cool.
To everyone watching on our YouTube channel, like and subscribe. As I say in every video, and yeah, rate and review on all the podcast platforms as well. Until next time, thanks guys.
Thanks for listening, lads.
See you later.